Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
English stories with moral value.
The Fox and the Grape. One day, a fox became very hungry as he went to search for some food. He searched high and low, but couldn't find something that he could eat. Finally, as his stomach rumbled, he stumbled upon a farmer's wall. At the top of the wall, he saw the biggest, juiciest grapes he'd ever seen. They had a rich purple color, telling the fox they were ready to be eaten. To reach the grapes, the fox had to jump high in the air. As he jumped, he opened his mouth to catch the grapes, but he missed. The fox tried again but missed yet again. He tried a few more times, but kept failing. Finally, the fox decided it was time to give up and go home. While he walked away, he muttered, "I'm sure the grapes were sour anyway." The moral: never despise what we can't have. Nothing comes easy. The second story: The Farmer and the Well. One day, a farmer was looking for a water source for his farm when he bought a well from his neighbor. The neighbor, however, was cunning. The next day, as the farmer came to draw water from his well, the neighbor refused to let him take any water. When the farmer asked why, the neighbor replied, "I sold you the well, not the water," and walked away. Distraught, the farmer went to the emperor to ask for justice. He explained what had happened. The emperor called on Birbal, one of his 9 and wisest courtiers. Birbal proceeded to question the neighbor. "Why don't you let the farmer take water from the well? You did sell the well to the farmer." The neighbor replied, "Birbal, I did sell the well to the farmer, but not the water within it. He has no right to draw water from the well." Birbal said, "Look, since you sold the well, you have no right to keep the water in the farmer's well. Either you pay rent to the farmer, or take it out immediately." Realizing that his scheme had failed, the neighbor apologized and went home. The moral: cheating will not get you anything. If you cheat, you'll pay soon enough. The third story: The Elephant and Friends. A lone elephant walked through the forest looking for friends. She soon saw a monkey and proceeded to ask, "Can we be friends, monkey?" The monkey quickly replied, "You are big and can't swing on trees like I do, so I cannot be your friend." Defeated, the elephant continued to search. When it stumbled across a rabbit, she proceeded to ask him, "Can we be friends, rabbit?" The rabbit looked at the elephant and replied, "You are too big to fit inside my burrow. You cannot be my friend." Then, the elephant continued, until she met a frog. She asked, "Will you be my friend, frog?" The frog replied, "You are too big and heavy. You cannot jump like me. I am sorry, but you can't be my friend." The elephant continued to ask the animals she met on her way, but always received the same reply. The following day, the elephant saw all the forest animals run in fear. She stopped a bear to ask what was happening and was told the tiger was attacking all the small animals. The elephant wanted to save the other animals, so she went to the tiger and said, "Please, sir, leave my friends alone. Do not eat them." The tiger didn't listen. He merely told the elephant to mind her own business. Seeing no other way, the elephant kicked the tiger and scared him away. Upon hearing of the brave tale, the other animals agreed, "You are just the right size to be our friend." The moral: Friends come in every shape and size. The next story, The Wise Owl. There was an old owl who lived in an oak tree. Every day, he observed incidents that occurred around him. Yesterday, he watched as a young boy helped an old man carry a heavy basket. Today, he saw a young girl shouting at her mother. The more he saw, the less he spoke. As the days went on, he spoke less, but heard more. The old owl heard people talking and telling stories. He heard a woman saying an elephant jumped over a fence. He heard a man saying that he had never made a mistake. The old owl had seen and heard what happened to people. There were some who became better, some who became worse, but the old owl in the tree had become wiser each and every day. The moral: be more observant, talk less and listen more. This will make us wise. The last story. The Needle Tree. Once, there were two brothers who lived at the forest's edge. The oldest brother was always unkind to his younger brother. The older brother took all the food and snatched all the good clothes. The oldest brother used to go into the forest in search of firewood to sell in the market. As he walked through the forest, he chopped off the branches of every tree until he came upon a magical tree. The tree stopped him before he chopped its branches and said, "Oh, kind sir, please spare my branches. If you spare me, I will provide you with golden apples." Overcome by greed, the brother threatened to cut the entire tree if it didn't provide him with more apples. But instead of giving more apples, the tree showered him with hundreds of tiny needles. The brother fell to the ground, crying in pain as the sun began to set. Soon, the younger brother became worried and went to search for his older brother. He searched until he found him at the trunk of the tree, lying in pain with hundreds of needles on his body. He rushed to him and started to painstakingly remove each needle with love. Once the needles were out, the oldest brother apologized for treating his younger brother so badly. The magical tree saw the change in the older brother's heart and gifted them with all the golden apples they could need.
The moral: it's important to be kind, as it will always be rewarded.
Alhamdulillah,